Welcome back to map assignment number 5. I do believe this is video number 4. Now we are going to dive in and use Meyer Sound's Compass, which is a pretty cool piece of software. You're going to need to download it and install it on your computer. And it is a loudspeaker processor management software. It works with Meyer's Galileo series of processors. And so you're going to be switching back and forth, and instead of using the processor settings, or in addition to using processor settings, you're going to be using Compass for this, because there's a lot of useful things that Compass can do and speed workflows that Compass can do that MAPP 3D cannot do. So get it installed. That's the first step. And then I've got it running in the background. Where is it? There it is. And this is what it looks like when you first boot it up. Go to the Processors tab. You'll notice that there's going to be tabs, subtabs, and even more subtabs of tabs. That's how the software works. Let's go to Processors. And there's a processor already there. I would delete that to start fresh and add a processor. You're going to add a Galaxy 616. In this particular one, you're going to name it something. You're going to name it Compass Galaxy. And this is just so you'll know which one's the Compass. And then that's good and okay. And there it is. And you want to run it in virtual. So virtual, and that'll look, it doesn't need to find it on the network because it's just going to run a virtual version of it. And we'll return back to MAPP 3D as well. And let's name your processor here, the one that's got all the mains left and right and the front fills. We're going to rename it, and we're going to rename it what the instructions ask for, which is, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I don't want to name it that. That's not what I wanted to name. There's a mistake there. So hold on, let me fix that in the instructions, because that's going to be a problem. What I did say in the instructions was click over once you're here, click over to this virtual Galaxy here, and the overview tab is the main tab. And I don't know if that's a little small on your screen. I'm going to make it a little bigger here. This is the virtual Galaxy, but we need to link them up, so we'll get back to here. We did want to name in MAPP 3D the processor. That's where I was before I got distracted. My apologies for jumping around a little bit. We're going to name this MAPP, Galaxy MAPP. So there you go. That's the name of that processor. Now, next steps are kind of interesting in what you need to link the two pieces of software together. So you do that in MAPP, and you go to Tools, Signal Processor Management. And this is the Galaxy MAPP. This is the one I just renamed. And you click this button, and it will hopefully find on my computer running there it is, Compass Galaxy, the virtual one. So I click on that. Now they're both ready to go. Now I want to send information to the device. When it says device, it means Galaxy, because in the real world, the Galaxy is actually a physical box. In this situation, it's just virtual. But we're going to push settings and then hit connect. And now I think I just have to hit connect all and done. And now when I click over to Compass, it's got all my names of my processor channels that were here. So they are connected together. So that's pretty cool. And then at this point forward, for this lab, you're probably going to want to save in Galaxy as well as in MAPP 3D. Your main data will be in MAPP. You'll keep your MAPP file up to date. In fact, I'm going to hit, I forgot after the last video to save, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to save a new version, 03. So all the data will be saved in MAPP, but you want to learn how to save in Galaxy as well. save in Compass as well. You do that, you're still under this Processors tab with the Compass Galaxy subtab, and then these are the tabs, the sub-tabs that belong to that. Go to Project, the sub-tab farthest on the left, and you have to, and I have students make this mistake every year. Every time you want to save something, you need to save a snapshot as well as the final project to the hard drive. It's much like a lot of live sound consoles that work the same way. So let's create a new snapshot, and you can name it something simple like getting started This is our first snapshot. And then to save it as a project, save as, and I'll put it in the same thing for video, this folder I made earlier, and I will name it. And I do request it be named a certain way, so let's find that. You want to map 5 compass, your last name, your first name. So copy that, go over here, let's name it that. So I would name it, Fergie Eric or something like that. And saving the project as well. And did I mess that up? I think I might have messed that up. So let's try that one more time. Save as. No, I didn't mess it up. That was the way it was going to be. The way it was supposed to be. Fergie Eric. And save. Cool. So we've got the project saved. I'm going to click back to the Overview tab because that's where most of our work will be. And as I say here, it's probably wise to save snapshots and your project frequently, as well as save your map file. Linking. So we've got them linking, and that's awesome. What's next here? Oh, we just want to test linking. So we want to get groups set up. They're called link groups. This is really the biggest advantage of this piece of software over map, as you can make adjustments to multiple channels at once. So that's under link groups. So over settings, sorry, I've messed it all up. Project, I've messed it all up. I'm forgetting where there it is. It's under settings, link groups. So you've got Compass Galaxy settings, link groups, and you're going to set up 2 link groups here, and let's name them the way they are shown here. House left mains, house right mains. So the first one will be house left mains. And the second one, I got to put a HL there so we know it's the left. And the second will be the house right mains. We're going to want to turn these on so they work. And the first 4 channels, maybe it's hard to see there, but the first 4 channels are the left mains drive lines, and the second 4 are the right. And we've got the front fills, so we're not going to bother making a link group for them. So now we can go back to our Overview tab, and the blue tells you that these are link group 1 and these are link group 2. When you click this little green select button here, now these are linked together. Pretty simple. And if you turn on the other link group, they're linked together. Now, oddly, if you turn them both on at the same time, they will be linked. Both link groups will function together. So when you want to work independently, you do have to turn those off. All right. So did I skip something? I don't know if I skipped anything. I didn't really. I just kind of didn't talk it as much. Okay. So let's test our link groups here, just to show you the usefulness. With all of them linked together, I'm going to click on this processing button here. It's a button or a little screen, that little thing right there. It's a little EQ window. Click on it, and let's just turn on high-pass filtering. You don't need to adjust it. Now we go back to the overview, you'll see that there's high-pass filtering on all 8 of those channels. And if we go back to map, there's high-pass filtering on all 8 of the channels. That is a lot faster than copying and pasting high-pass filtering on all 8 of these channels and muting and unmuting them independently. So this is definitely advantageous when working with large arrays with multiple outputs. We don't need that high-pass filtering. That was there just for demo, so I'm going to disable it. So if you follow the instructions, make sure you turn that off. You won't need it. And, oops, I want to go to overview there. And back to the instructions. I think we have everything linked, which is kind of exciting. And it's ready to save, I think. Just save as another background. So let's do that. Save project as 04. And you should routinely as well go to your project and create a new snapshot. You could call it linking, because that's what you just did with it. And of course, save your current project as well. So great, we'll catch you on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.